Welcome back to your CompTIA IT Fundamentals training course. In this lesson, we will continue our certification journey through Domain 2.0, Infrastructure. In our first lesson of Domain 2.0, we will dive into networking device interfaces. Something most of us do every day is connect to the internet. There are two categories of network interfaces in which we connect: wired and wireless. In a wired connection, you connect one end of the cable to the device and the other end to the local area network, or LAN. The RJ11, or registered jack function 11, is a telephone connector that connects devices to the internet through the telephone network. The RJ45, or registered jack function 45, also known as Ethernet, can connect devices to each other on a LAN or to the internet. The RJ11 and RJ45 connectors differ in that the RJ45 is wider and taller. Also, the RJ11 cables typically have 2 to 4 wires, where the RJ45 cables have 8 wires. The 8 wires are split into colored pairs. Both connectors have a locking clip, as well as having the wires enclosed in a casing. The RJ11 has a smaller casing than the RJ45 cable. Prior to the types of network connections we use today, dial-up modems were more widespread in use. Today, dial-up or analog modems are in large part obsolete for internet access. They do still have a use for sending and receiving faxes. More commonly used today is the RJ45 cable or Ethernet. Ethernet comes in different cable grades and speeds, which you can see in the chart. In a wireless connection, a connection is made to other devices without the use of data cables. Wireless Ethernet, or Wi-Fi, is the counterpart to wired Ethernet. Other examples of wireless connections include Bluetooth and NFC. Bluetooth is a short-range, wireless network. Some examples of where Bluetooth is used include connecting to wireless peripherals, file transfer between devices, and syncing a smartphone to your car. To connect two Bluetooth devices together, Bluetooth will need to be enabled on both devices. The device must also be discoverable. You will then pair the devices following any instructions that appear. There are 3 Bluetooth power classes, with Class 2 being the most common. In our chart, you can see the class, transmit power, and range of each power class. NFC, or near field communication, is another method of wireless data transfer. NFC is the technology behind contactless payments by mobile wallets such as Apple and Android Pay. To utilize NFC for file transfer between devices, both devices must have NFC enabled, as well as have an NFC file transfer utility. If set up properly, this allows for tap of the phones together to transfer files. We will now move on to our review questions. Question 1. How many wires does an RJ45 cable have? The correct answer will be C, 8. Question 2. How many wires does an RJ11 cable have? The correct answer will be D, 2 to 4 wires. Question 3. The third step in the 8 steps of troubleshooting methodology is... The correct answer will be A, establish a theory of probable cause. In our next lesson, we will finish off Domain 2.1, discussing peripherals and graphic devices. I look forward to seeing you there and would like to thank you for watching.